Hello and welcome to another weekly crafting vlog. So today's Saturday, it's a very hot day and I'm off to Venetia's yarn shop, which is a fairly local yarn shop to me, but Shannon from Blue Fern Yarns has a pop-up there. So I thought I'd go along and check it out. So come along with me. Okay, so you would have just seen Venetia's yarn shop and the lovely yarn that she stocks, and Shannon from Blue Fern Yarns also had a pop-up shop. So I got to squish yarn and make a few purchases. But since going to Venetia's yarn shop, I have been at a children's party and just went round to the in-laws. So yeah, it's been a full-on day today and it's been very, very hot. So it's currently the evening. I'm in my pajamas and I've got a wine. It's needed today. So yeah, I've never been to Venetia's yarn shop, but if you are local to the area, I would really recommend going because they stock knitting for Olive, Malabrigo, John Arbon Textiles, King Fibre, I think that's how you say it, West Yorkshire Spinners, and yeah, a lot of brands. I think they've pretty much got a yarn for everyone in there. It's from sort of like the cheaper acrylic yarns to the more you know, bougie merino hand-dyed yarn. But anyway, let me show you what I purchased. So I'm hoping the lighting's good to show you the yarn, but I purchased these two from Shannon, Blue Fern Yarns. So I'll show you this one first. So this one here is in the colourway Ink, and it's on the Yak Luxe DK base. So that is 60% superwash merino, 20% silk and 20% yak. So yeah, it's got a lovely sheen to it. And I am finding more and more these days that I'm very much drawn to the sheen in the yarn, and that's either yak or silk. So yeah, it's lovely. I bought this to pair with this yarn here. So this yarn here, it is on a different base, but I don't mind that. This is in the colourway Sofa Snooze on Shannon's classic DK base, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. So I bought both of these to go together in like a 2-skein shawl that would be DK. So that could potentially be an Alexander shawl, but yeah, I thought they looked good together. And then the main reason I went is because there was this colourway. So this was the colourway released for the afternoon tea that I didn't attend, and this was in the goodie bag. So I'll just show you one because they're both the same. So this is in the colourway Spill the Tea, and yeah, I loved this because it's got the blues, it's got teals in there, purples with the odd, you know, speckle here and there. And yeah, Spill the Tea, and this is on the shimmer 4-ply base. So that is 50% superwash merino, 50% silk. So yeah, it's just got that lovely softness to it and a bit of a sheen too. So anyway, I purchased 2 of the 4-ply because I knew I wanted this colour, but I didn't have a pattern in mind. So I thought I'd be safe and get 2 skeins of 4-ply. So that way I can make a t-shirt. And yeah, I just really loved the colour when I saw it. So yeah, I had to have it. And this will be stash enhancement. So this was my little haul from today. So yeah, it's the evening now and I haven't done any knitting. It's actually Knit in Public Day today. So it's the 14th of June. And yeah, I haven't done any knitting. To be fair, I have had a pretty full-on day. But yeah, I really enjoyed myself when I went to Venetia's yarn shop. I'd never been there before, as I said, and I wasn't there for long, but the time that I did spend there, I really enjoyed myself. Yeah, I got to catch up with Shannon, I got to chat with her mum Amanda, and I also bumped into a fellow YouTuber and a viewer of my channel. So that was Robin from Wellbeing Knits. If you haven't seen her channel, I highly recommend you go check her out because her yarn stash is a lot bigger than mine. And I think she did make a purchase or 2 to add to her collection. So yeah, that was lovely to catch up and speak to new people. Although when you watch people on the internet, you kind of feel like you know them. But yeah, that was just lovely to chat to those who I know and to new people. So anyway, I think I will get on to a bit of knitting. Okay, so it's Monday today. I did work yesterday and I just wanted to show you the stitch markers that I made Saturday evening because obviously I didn't film it because the lighting was very poor, so I thought I'd show you now. So I've made another set of the orange stitch markers. I've just got like this old sort of sketch pad that I'm using, and then I did a couple of each of these colours because I've got 10 already, so I just wanted to make it up to 12 so I could sell them as sets. And then I made another rainbow set because the other one that I did sold, and I think they look really good, like, you know, every colour of the rainbow. What more could you want? My flowers are still here, but they're sort of dying a little bit. And yeah, I show this in my weekly crafting vlog when I went to Grantham, and oh, this just smells amazing. It's by the Yorkshire Candle Company. Very nice. But anyway, I've had an idea to tackle this. You can see here that this is a little bit of my yarn storage, not all of it. So I'm currently downstairs in my living room, and this is mostly my acrylic yarn. And I was thinking, I want to store my really nice hand-dyed yarn down here, you know, so I can see it. So I think I'm going to have a bit of a swap around and a bit of a destash, because there's a lot of acrylic yarn in here that I'm not really going to touch, and I don't want it taking up valuable yarn space, really. There's a lot more upstairs as well. There's some more acrylic yarn upstairs too. So yeah, I'm going to have to be quite frugal here, have a good destash, and maybe try Vinted for the first time and try selling it on there, because, you know, I could potentially put that towards nicer yarn. But anyway, I think I'm going to go to a place called Home Bargains, and they sell lots of different storage options. I've got a space here next to the printer on top of this unit that I got from IKEA. And yeah, I thought of putting something here as storage, you know, just to extend that storage. Also, I just wanted to share the chair that I usually sit on to do my podcasts. So I just put all the bags that need sorting on there. And just in the corner here, where we just literally have nothing, it's in between the sofa and the chair. And I've just got all this just stored. So I need a storage solution for that as well. So yeah, come along with me to sort my life out. Of the pollen. Look what I got, girls! What have I got? Who wants the hedgehog? Who wants the turtle? Wait. Choose! You chose the turtle, Lily, and you chose the hedgehog. Do you love it, Molly? Happy doggy. Are you happy doggy too, Lily? Oh, okay, that lasted long. Wait. Good girls. Okay, so I'm back from getting some organisation pieces. Now to tackle this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it all out. I have just made up some like IKEA boxes that I had laying around, and yeah, I think it'll just make it easier just to put it all in one place, put the yarn that I want in there, and then tackle this. those 3 IKEA Calyx boxes, and I've still got that left. I'll get some more. Okay, so I've got some more made up. Let's fill them. Okay, let me show you all the yarn that I pulled out, and that's not all of it. Okay, so here is the situation. That's 3 Calyx boxes full, and then there's 2 there. That is not all my acrylic yarn. I've got so much more upstairs. So now I've got this empty, I want to fill it, but I want to fill it with my nice yarn. So I have brought that downstairs, which I'll just show you now how it's like currently organised. At the moment they are stored in these Calyx boxes, and that's all my nice sort of merino wool, commercial and hand-dyed. So, oh, and I've also got this big bag as well to sort through. So yeah, I want these in the unit downstairs, and then I'll just have to tackle all this. I do want a destash, definitely. So there it is, all in one pile. I've moved it out the way so I can tackle the situation. But yeah, that's a lot of yarn. Okay, so at the moment I have some sort of organisation. So I know that in this bag is all my 4-ply merino wool. And then in this bag is all my DK wool. No, hang on, it's not all of it. It's all my single skeins. I've still got 2 Calyx boxes and a bag to sort through. Okay, so I'm gonna have a shelf for 4-ply single skeins. I'm gonna have a shelf for DK single skeins, and then I'll work out the rest. But I think I'm gonna allocate shelves for commercial yarn as well. The merino commercial yarn, that is. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so this is where I'm up to. It's only half the job done because I've got my acrylic yarn to sort out. So, but good news, I have 3 shelves empty for future hand-dyed yarn. So I'll go through these shelves with you and I'll show you, you know, what the yarn is, because I have organised. This is what it looks like. So this shelf here is all of my DK yarn, mostly single skeins, although I've got 2 skeins of this colour, but it's all DK yarn that I have no plans for. They're just you know, really nice skeins of yarn that I've purchased over the last year or so. And then we moved down, and these are all my 4-ply finger and weight yarns. Yeah, single skeins. So I have got some yarn smiths here. There are some at the back, so I think I got 2 of these and 3 of these, or the other way around, but I don't have any plans at the moment for them. They could, you know, be t-shirts or long sleeve tops, but these are my skeins of yarn that I have no plans for. I just love how I can see them, and I can see all the colours and pair them together to make something. So I couldn't do that before because they were in a Acrylic's box. So yeah, much happier with this situation. And then if we move down, I have all of my Malabrigo. So I've kind of, you know, left the tags like this so I can see exactly what I've got. So you can see over here I have the Noventa yarn, which is the super bulky, and then I've got some Malabrigo Rios, which is like Aran weight, and then I've got some chunky yarns, one ultimate sock yarn which is 4-ply, and then I've got some various colours in worsted, which is Aran weight as well. So yeah, that's all my Malabrigo. And then we move to these 2 shelves. So on this shelf here is all my 4-ply yarn with plans. So you can see here how I've organised it. So I've got 3 skeins of yarn here in the same colour, 3 skeins here, 3 skeins here, and then the minis that I got from the little grey girl. So I have plans for all these. These are going to be like long sleeve tops. And then if we move over here, I have 2 skeins of 4-ply in, you know, the same colours, and they're t-shirts, or they're going to be t-shirts. And then these here are going to be the shawl. These are 2 skeins of 4-ply, and then the fluff from Shannon, Blue Fern Yarns. That is going to be a lento, so that's got a plan. And then this one, so I've got 2 skeins of this colourway, that's Ink by Blue Fern Yarns, and then I've got all my minis, my cashmere minis from Chrome and Nima, and they are going to be a Stephen West shawl. So yeah, I can look at that and know exactly what I'm going to do with every single one of them, which is great. And then yeah, if we move down here, this is all my DK yarn, like with plans. So yeah, this is what I got from Lay Family Yarns. So I think I know what I'm going to do with that. That's why it's here. And then I've got my 3 skeins of yarn here, which I'm going to use for a granny triangle shawl. I got these yarns from the Wool Haven in Grantham. And then I recently got these. I got that from the Dis Wool shop, and that will most likely be like an Alexander shawl. This one here is from James Makes Yarn. It's going to be the colour work in a Jennifer Steingast jumper. I can't remember the name of it, but I know I can picture it. And then I've got this bulky yarn from Knotted by Nish, and that's going to make a hat along with the pom-pom from the Crafty bed. And then I've got all my yarn from Along avec Anna. So I've got 4-ply yarn, and then behind that is the silk mohair. I just hope I get on with mohair because I had a bit of a reaction to some alpaca, but anyway, that will make the Tressa jumper, which is a free pattern by Along avec Anna. So yeah, that is where I'm up to, and I'm so happy that I can see all that now. Beautiful. Okay, so now to tackle all this. This is my acrylic yarn. Oh dear, I don't know where to start. I will probably start with the yarn that I definitely want to keep. I got this at the last East Anglia Yarn Festival from like a yarn shop there. It's Rico Creative, and it's quite a chunky yarn. I've got 3 of those, so I could make some sort of winter accessory with that. This is 54% acrylic, 30% wool. I don't know what to do with it, but it just looks so nice. So yeah, I am keeping this. And along the same lines, this is also something I got from the East Anglian Yarn Festival last year. This is Rico Design Essentials, and yeah, it's just a really nice chunky yarn. So again, I could make a winter accessory with this. And then who remembers me getting 7 balls of this? So this was going to be my first ever scarf, like a ribbed scarf, but I frogged it. I'll save that for another day. Right, that's only 3 yarns and it's filled the bag. They are chunky. So I'm keeping this one. I haven't used it yet. Same goes for these ones. I'm keeping them. So this one here, I believe it's from Home Bargains. Not used them, but this would work up really nicely to make a jumper for my son. I'll keep it. I had 4 balls of these, by the way. Okay, so this is all my chunky. This is sort of chunky as well. This is all my DK. I will go through the DK, yeah, because it's right here. Blowing that out a little bit. There we go, that's made that much better. Okay, so yeah, I don't like that colour. This one's nice. I don't know. Okay, so I bought these to make flowers with, like crocheted flowers. However, if and when I want to make them, I would probably buy cotton yarn. So that is my destash pile, by the way. So we've got white acrylic. You can never go wrong with white acrylic, so I will keep it. I have 3 balls of black acrylic. Again, you can't really go wrong, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. And it is cheap yarn. This is, I believe this was Aldi or Home Bargains. Either way, it's like £1.29 a ball, so I'm going to destash. Okay, so now on to pink yarns with no ball bands. So I have no idea what brands these are. That one doesn't particularly feel nice, and neither do them two. Okay, this one's quite nice. That's a cute one by James C. Brett. It's a baby yarn, however it's a lilac purple and I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I actually think I've had this in my stash for years. Okay, I like this one. That's staying. This one, half used. I love the colour. However, I don't have a ball band and I don't know the brand, so I'm going to destash. I said to myself, I need to be really brutal, and yeah, I think I am. Okay, so this is Yarn Smith's Create DK. I'm keeping that because I only bought that last year. This one I like. Okay, I remember getting this because my son wanted a red hat, like a red crochet hat. However, I ended up getting like a chunky yarn instead. I will keep it just because he might ask for something else in red. You never know. Okay, that's the same colour. So I've got 3 of those. James C. Brett Twinkle Fashion DK. I think this is the same because they're both got sparkles, like the same sparkles in there. I'll keep that because that would be a really nice yarn to use in a baby blanket. Again, this is cheap yarn, but it's a nice neutral colour. I will keep that. I'll keep that as well. Okay, this is like a tweedy grey. I'm keeping that because I've got 2 balls of this. Partially used balls, destash. Okay, this is Stylecraft grey. Nice neutral staple to have. Another tweedy sort of blue colour. I'm keeping that as well. Yarn Smith's Create in this nice bright blue. I'm keeping that because I could potentially knit something for my son. So yeah, all these blues, greys could go in a blanket. Who knows? Yeah, I'm keeping them. Another Stylecraft in the shade Denim. Keeping that. Okay, right, so partially used skeins of blue yarn, acrylic. However, I have no idea what brands these are. Destash. This is cheap yarn. It's baby blue. I don't know if I'm having a niece or nephew yet, so I'm keeping that. Same for that. You know, it's a nice baby yarn. And this is a whole skein. That is the same yarn that I used to make the flax pullover for my niece or nephew. So I am going to keep that. It's a good staple to have. Okay, that's 1 box done. Okay, so next I have the chunky yarn. I bought these last year and I haven't made use out of them. Okay, they're mega chunky. I have a feeling I will use these for like crocheted pumpkins. So I have a pattern that I want to do a tutorial on, like near the time of like October, Halloween. So yeah, definitely going to get a tutorial out for the pumpkin because it's so easy, so simple, and I've made like a few different sizes by tweaking the pattern a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to keep them for tutorials. Perfect pumpkin colour. This yarn, Papacha Easy Knit, makes really nice crochet beanies, so I'm keeping these. They were like £5.40 a ball, so yeah, I'm not destashing them ones. And I remember getting this one because I was going to make a red hat for my son. I can still do that, so yeah, keeping that. That could potentially make a small pumpkin, so yeah, I'm keeping that. Same for that too. Okay, so this is where we get into the Aldi baby yarn. Now, I have used it for baby hats and everything. However, I much prefer like the Flutter by Chunky, or you know, the other chenille yarns. This is more like a thicker one. So yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit undecided. I'm going to put this in my destash pile for now because I've got a lot of it and I've only got one craft fair that I'm doing this year. So yeah. Okay, I'm keeping the white because I was planning to do snowmen with these. Yeah. Okay, so the one and only James C. Brett Aztec Aran with alpaca because I have used this ball of yarn and I made a baby hat, but I thought that if I'm coming out sensitive to this yarn, so would babies. So yeah, this is just not donatable, I don't think. It's a cute little baby hat, but yeah, destash. Okay, so Aran weight yarn I find is really good for the Centro knitting machine, so I'll most definitely keep these. Yep, keeping all of them. And look at this gorgeous colour. Love that. Yarn clear out update. That is currently my destash pile. This is the keep pile, and I'm trying to sort of organise them nicely in the calyx boxes so I can put upstairs. But I'm now going on the school run, so I've got to take a little break and tackle this when I get home. So yeah, see you in a few seconds. Okay, I'm back home. I've got quite a bit of yarn to sort out and I couldn't imagine you'd want to see all that. So I'll probably do this off camera and then just show you the progress. Also, I just wanted to show you this. So this box is for wrapping paper, but the width of that, it fits under there. So yeah, I'm going to use it for yarn. Might as well. I think I'll put sort of fairly, you know, chunky yarns in there, like these ones, because at the moment I kind of filled these boxes and I've got nowhere to put these. So yeah, I'll fill this. Right, so I've just gone upstairs to pull some more yarn. Okay, so this one here, I actually purchased last year and I've not even opened because it's still got the invoice in there. So I did purchase all this with a plan. Yeah, I'm not really doing amigurumi anymore, so I will keep it because it's really nice yarn. Let's just get out. Okay, I've pulled these from downstairs as well, these two boxes. I know in this box there's the big chunky yarn, so I think I'm going to find a space for that in my cabinet because yeah, you've got 400 grams of yarn on this ball, or on these sort of balls. So yeah, let's go through them. Okay, so we've got Aran weight yarn here, so I can add that to the Aran yarn box. Okay, this yarn I got from Home Bargains. I don't think I'm going to use, so I'm going to destash that. This one I really like, so yeah, keeping that. This one is kind of used, so I was making a beanie with that, but yeah, it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, so need to repurpose the yarn, but that's how much I've got of the ball left. I just need to frog that. Or maybe, no, destash. And I'll just keep that. Okay, so I've got more Aran yarn here. Okay, I'm going to destash that. I don't like that. Got some more black. I'll keep that. I will destash that one. I've just got the one. No, because I can make a beanie from that. Okay, and then I've got loads of this. So I did make my dad a crochet beanie with these. However, I can now knit one because I've learnt to knit. And I'll probably do like a muscle burrow with this yarn. Because yeah, I've got a lot of it. And this is all Stylecraft. So I know I used a few of these for my Battenberg blanket, but that's kind of done now. I'm just joining it up, and this is the yarn that I'm using to join it up. So yeah, I've got quite a bit of that left over. However, I'm going to keep all this because they'd go really nice in a baby blanket. So yeah, keeping. Just need to organise it a bit better. Okay, so this is all my acrylic yarn now organised in Calyx boxes, and then the plastic boxes there. So that will be going upstairs. I have made room in my wardrobe, and yeah, let me just show you the destash. So this is currently the destash pile. I've been very ruthless because I've looked at the yarn and thought, am I going to use it? If the answer was probably not, then it's on the pile. But I do still have these two boxes to go through, and I've got a bit of space in there, so that's probably where that's going to go. Well, it's been a busy day. I'm going to now put all this back upstairs, and then I'll show you what the cupboard looks like. So this is what it's looking like. So you would have seen these ones with hand-dyed yarn, the Malabrigo, and then I have put my Bernette Velvet here, and then some other yarns that I wanted downstairs. So yeah, I think that is looking pretty good. And I've also bought these storage boxes, which is holding sort of whips. So that's for the Minecraft blanket. And then this has my Battenberg blanket in it. So yeah, nice and secure, and with my other sort of crafting things. Another thing I purchased today was this cute faux lavender plant. I thought that looked pretty cute. And then I got this cute little basket. So I thought that could literally live in the corner here. So it's clear. I've got rid of everything now. And I've put like whips in this basket. So that's not all my whips, but yeah, I thought that was a really cute way of just storing some of my whips. So it's the next day, and I am going up the city for lunch with my dad and granddad. So yeah, come along with me because I'll most likely be crafting in the cafe. Bye girls! I'm doing a bit of knitting.
What are you making?
A t-shirt.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I crochet sometimes. Like
I crochet too.
That looks really good. It's a nice colour as well.
Yeah, I love this colour.
Thank you so much.
That's
And
all right.
I hope you have a nice day. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Okay, so I have craft group later and I need to remember to pull out a skein of yarn because in our knit night on a Tuesday night we are going to do the Geddy tee. I can't remember the designer's name, but it's like crochet and a knitting top. So it's got crochet granny squares on the shoulders and then the rest is knitted. It's a V-neck t-shirt. So yeah, we're going to sort of do a make along together. So I am going to use, it's a DK top by the way, so I'm going to use the yarn that I got from Lay Family Yarn that wasn't quite enough for a jumper, so I'll be using that. And I want to take it along to Craft Group because my friend Ellie, Craft House Magic, she has a set of minis that I really like, and I think she's bringing them along to see if they go well with the blue. So I think they will. It'll add a bit of a contrast. So yeah, I must remember to take that along with me. But yeah, we're going to be starting that after the 6th of July, I believe. So yeah, I'm working on my Tolster tee because I don't want 2 garments on the go at the same time. Although that's not a bad thing. It'll just mean that I won't get so much work done on this t-shirt. But yeah, this is 4-ply. The pattern is a DK top, so I reckon that'll work up a little bit quickly, although the construction looks a little bit different to anything that I've sort of tackled before. So yeah, because we're doing a knit along, I can get help from the group. So yeah, craft group is tonight and I very much look forward to that every single week. I'm just currently watching Franny Do Makes podcast, so I'll get on to that. Okay, so it's been a few days. I've just worked a few night shifts and I'm going to crochet a dragon. So I found this pattern on Instagram and I really wanted to try it. So I've ordered the beads on Amazon. Haven't got them yet, and I've ordered some cute safety eyes, but they haven't come yet either. So I'm just going to use what I've got and work it up. So I had a destash the other day, didn't I? And I've pulled these colours out to give it a go. So I made a little pocket dragon. I actually saw this pattern on Instagram the other day, and looking on the designer's Ravelry, so this is a design by Serendipity Designs, Amanda Ray. Yeah, it's a newly released pattern by the looks of it. It's got some variations of like a pocket dragon, some that are beaded, some like which is an add-on where you can do a flower in the middle, and like a snuggle dragon. They look really cute. I've bought a few of them. As I said, I have bought the beaded one, so yeah, I'm excited to like add beads into it. Obviously not this one, but I'd make another one with the beads. But yeah, they were only released May this year, and the beaded one was only released this month in June. So yeah, I mean, you do the head first. So you start at the nose, and then yeah, you make the head, add the eyes, do the horns. Not overly happy with the placement of these, but you know, this is my first attempt. And then you do like the granny square, you do the tail, and then this border. And yeah, on the other side, you've got a hole here for your finger, because I guess you can use it as like a finger puppet. Great for small children. But yeah, I just saw that and I thought that was so cute, so I wanted to have a go. And yeah, I just used my cheap destash acrylic yarn to have a go with it. So yeah, I'm not overly happy again with this because it's very stiff. I wanted this to be a bit more drapey, so on my next attempt I'll go up a hook size. But yeah, isn't she cute? These safety eyes I already had, and they were a nightmare to push in. There's no way they're coming out because yeah, to push the backs on it, I have to use this metal like tool, and yeah, they are not coming off. Anyway, I'm very happy with that, and I can't wait to make some more. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off the vlog here. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have made it this far, leave me a dragon emoji. And if you don't have access to emojis, just say dragon. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.